Yes. Yes.
I don't believe it.
What don't you believe? Tell me what you don't believe.
Have you ever heard of poop shoes?
Yeah, I've heard the term, but I'm not familiar with what it stands for.
Well, hang on a sec. It's your birthday, by the way.
It is my birthday.
Like your actual birthday, because sometimes you tell people happy birthday and it's sometime in the
yeah, but it's my actual birthday. And what did I do for my birthday? Instead of receiving, I gave all of you at home the gift of betting all of your money on Tyson Fury, and he fucking delivered. He fucking delivered in spectacular fashion.
I don't understand the excuse of the costume or whatever the fuck that was.
40 pounds worth of costume for Black History Month. So I watched the fight. I had a couple of my neighbors over last minute where I was just like, they were like, hey, man, what are you doing tonight? I was like, I'm about to throw this fight on because I bet the fucking house on Tyson Fury.
Yep.
Told the audience to bet the house on Tyson Fury. It was my first bet back from the Super Bowl after being victorious on the Chiefs. And they were like, man, I don't think an out-of-shape honky can win. And I was like, I beg to differ, sir. And he proceeded to absolutely fucking demolish Wilder. Every Drinkin Bro, by the way, hit me up and was just like, man, you know, you got a new trainer. You got a little fatter in camp. It was all for a reason. And it was to hang all over Wilder and fuck his whole shit up, which is exactly what happened. And by the 6th round, dude, Wilder was fucking gassed. Absolutely gassed. Not that he landed much anyways, because Tyson Fury was able to tee off on him. But it was a resounding victory. We were victorious. I had posted on my Twitter account, like, how much I've been destroying my bookie, and they fucking hit me back. And they sent me a tweet back, and they were like, hey, man, just so you know, we won too. Like, the majority of your audience bet on Wilder. Yeah. Which doesn't surprise me, really.
No, I mean, you know.
Because everybody was against me when I said this, and they were like, yo, man, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I went back. Here's why I was so confident. I went back and rewatched the first fight. I thought he got outboxed the entire fucking fight, basically, until the 12th, where, again, Wilder's a fucking knockout artist. He threw a haymaker that I thought knocked Tyson Fury into the next dimension. He was able to get up right at 10 on the 10 count. But other than that whole fight, to me, he just got outboxed. I don't think Wilder's that great of a boxer.
No, he's a good puncher.
Great puncher, but
that's not everything. I don't understand. So both of these guys had very lavish pre-fight rituals. Like Fury is sitting in a throne like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like the Gypsy King, just shut the fuck up and fight, guy. And the other guy, Wilder's wearing this. I don't know what it was.
It looked
some
very
weird
Black
ass
Panther.
costume. Yeah,
I mean, very Wakanda Forever.
I don't know what the purpose of it was. To be honest, I'm looking at a picture of it now, and
he's claiming it was for Black History Month. The costume weighed about 40 pounds, and so he said that weighed him down and made him tired in the 6th and 7th rounds. That was the biggest pile of horse shit I've ever heard out of somebody. And then he immediately triggered the clause for the rematch, which I'm down. It was a great fight. I'm down for it.
I think that was going to be the case the whole time. I didn't never.
So do I, but I'm down for it.
Provided Fury won, I didn't think there was going to be any kind of situation where they didn't fight again.
I thought maybe he would say, look, man, go fight Joshua, and then I'll fight the winner. Wilder would fight the winner of that. Because I would like to see that Joshua fight. I really would. Like, that would be a fun one between Fury and Joshua. So we'll see. Either way, I'm down for the third one. You're welcome for the gifts that I provided you on my birthday, everyone. And I got a last-minute text before we came in the office that said, hey, man, check the P.O. box. I got a little something for the birthday, for the sports show, if you could open it live on air. It's from Ruben Schneider and Craig Dulesky. We got 3 packages. I have no idea what's in these. We're gonna open these.
I'm going to tell you now before. Hold on. Let me see if those dummies are in the.
They're both in here. I see Craig Dulesky.
Yeah.
I see Ruben Schneider.
If this is any kind of fucking Dolphins paraphernalia or something like that, I'm going to burn it.
You're going to burn it. By the way,
and I'm going to come to your house and burn your house down.
I bought the Rudy helmet in as well, the signed Rudy helmet.
Oh, yeah. We still haven't blown that thing
So we need to blow it up. Just brought it in. It is here.
Maybe you should take it with you when you go to Austin and have Dakota drop it out of his helicopter.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. That's a great idea. By the way, Dakota Meyer's got a fucking helicopter at his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, hey, what do the neighbors think about that? And he's like, well, they're not stoked.
Oh, fuck him.
It's parked about 15 yards from his house, he says. Now, he's building a hangar, too, by the way. All right, the first one. This is no name on it, so I don't know who sent it in. Yes, it is my birthday. But it's from Amazon. And
fuck toy.
It just says fuck toy on it. It's a tank top that says fuck toy.
That's definitely something you wear to a gay rave.
Yeah.
With glitter on. Like, you can't wear that shirt without having glitter on your body.
I don't know who sent it. Read through these comments here and see who it is.
What am I sipping on in this glass? It is Old Pulteney. It's a single malt scotch.
That's great, by the way. Also, dude, we're always live sports show on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. It is the greatest time of the year for sports. Go to Drinkin Bros podcast on YouTube. Subscribe today. This next one is from Andreas Zadin Brovisco.
That's androgynous?
Sure. Maybe. I don't know who that is. Ruben Schneider's saying he sent the shirt, so the fuckboy shirt was from Ruben.
Yeah, that's weird. But funny.
Yeesh. I mean, it's Amazon. So
it's not too far away from the shirt you wore on the cruise that you bought in Mexico, to be honest. Like the one that was like a body on the front.
Oh, yeah. So we're live on air opening these.
Why not?
Oh, this is for both of us. This is for both of our pleasures.
No, from both, not for.
No, this is.
Oh, those are butt plugs. Nice.
Yeah. So these are heart shaped. Oh, look at this. This is for you. It's a smaller one.
I'll actually use this. So it's the one with the. There's a heart gem on the back of it. So when you stick it in your girl's butthole, you can just, instead of staring at a butthole, you're staring at
a heart.
The heart.
That's nice.
So
there's a bigger one which I've received, which is great, and then another little guy here, butt plug wise. Again, when it's my birthday, it's the happiest times of the year here. So we got some nice butt plugs for everyone. Put these guys right here, and then there's one last one here. This is a big boy one.
Did you pre-rip that the same way Nancy Pelosi pre-ripped the State of the Union?
I didn't. It was actually jammed in the P.O. box, so there was a lot of gifts, and there was some gifts for the Broettes, too, in there today.
Oh, yeah?
This is Judy the inflatable ball. This is awesome. This is actually the exact inflatable doll that we used in Range 15.
The one that Jack had glued to his dick the whole time?
Yes. Man, I have not seen that doll in a while. Fun fact for that movie. We ordered 20 of those dolls.
Yeah.
And I believe Jack popped about half of them.
For continuity, you got to have more.
Correct. In case something happens. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday from Ruben, Craig, and Reed.
Reed, by the way, Reed White is the guy. When we were in Orlando, he had tickets to the game.
Yeah.
And got too drunk and had to sell his tickets at Tactical Brewery.
Oh, was that him?
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny, man. These appear to be some form of underpants. Yeah, there we go. It's a male thong.
Is the hole the front or the back?
It's the back. Well, no, it is the front.
Yeah, so
I was incorrect.
What's the point of wearing that? Your dick and balls are hanging out the whole time.
So your dick and balls are out of this the whole time.
Well, use the microphone to this.
I think it's convenient. Use the microphone to hang it?
No, I mean like where the...
Oh, yeah. Where it should go through? Right here. Boom. Boom. That's where the dick and balls do go through on this.
I'm not sure about that.
So that's a nice thing. I think it's a nice thing. We'll put it up on the front here.
Well, speaking of dick and... Well, you got more.
There's two sets of them.
Three.
So it's three, yeah, one for each of us. You want to... there it is.
Thanks.
There it is.
And these are just for dudes? I mean, it could be for trannies, too.
Yeah. These could be trainees. They could be for women as well.
Because you look in the back and there's a pretty nice looking ass, and you look in the front, there's a big hog hanging out.
Christopher Broman says it's for your brethren to stay cool and breathe. I appreciate that. I do. Man, I feel like a tiny little king.
Yeah. I figure if you wear it in the back, you could poop easier, maybe.
I was thinking about that.
And that brings up something that I wanted to talk to you about before.
Fire away.
Which is poop shoes.
Yeah.
So apparently there is this phenomenon where a lot of people bring a second pair of shoes to work. So when they go take a shit, they change shoes so people don't recognize them in the shitter by their shoes.
Ah, that's actually pretty genius, by the way.
Would you do that?
No, I don't care who like if I'm in a dude's stall and I'm taking a shit, I don't care which dude knows that it's me taking a shit.
What about 10 years from now when
unisex?
We're in unisex bathrooms.
I would absolutely get poop shoes.
Because that's really the only solution to all this these 6,000 genders is you have to have just like one big fucking turlet for everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's troughs on one side.
And
like a shitty football
if you're
stadium.
single, it kills the moment. Like you don't want to be shitting in front of a girl and vice versa. Although there was one girl, by the way. So we've done close to 600 episodes of Drinkin Bros. Probably more actually because of the fake news and all that stuff, right? There was one girl in the history of our show who was not ashamed to take a fucking giant filthy shit at our place and spend her time in there.
Was this in L.A. in March?
Los Angeles.
In March of this past year, 2019?
I'm not going to say when it was, but you were there. Some other people were there, and I was like, oh.
I like that. Pooping is normal.
And she lit a match and just kind of waved it and was just like, hey, man, this is what we do.
I just dropped a big deuce in your fucking turlet in the air.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I don't look.
It's the first time that's happened.
There's only so much that I can pretend not to see and know.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Just do your stuff, man. But I tell you this, there's this question that people ask sometimes, and it's like, how long do you wait in a relationship before you shit in front of each other? Like, there's no amount of time.
Yeah.
There's no amount. Like, I'll pee in front of you, but I'm never gonna shit with you in the room. It's disgusting. Do you know? I just want to explain to everyone who doesn't know, right quick, how smell works. So there's no taste buds or smell receptors in your nose. Mm-hmm. It's the back of your fucking tongue. Right?
Yeah. So
it's not about the privacy of shitting. I don't care about that. Everybody shits.
Sure.
Right? It's about I don't want my fecal matter to be in somebody's mouth that I'm about to fucking jam my dick and or tongue into.
Yeah. I get it.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Now, I would, if that weren't a factor, hold hands and shit with the woman I love for sure. Because I'm a very romantic person.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. Like, there would have to be some new type of technology that removes all that from the air or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the stink.
For now, I think it's best to avoid shitting in the same room with each other.
Yes, I do too.
If you can't avoid it.
I do too. Like, I'll go into another bathroom and be polite about it. You still want some element of romance. Either way, I want to thank Ruben Schneider, Craig Dulesky, and Reed White for the gifts. The butt plugs will come in handy tonight. We're going out somewhere. I'm not sure where.
I don't know why you gave me the smallest one. I mean, I should get the biggest one.
Is that what you want to go big?
Well, it's go big or go home.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, you can have the big one for sure. We'll go up and over there. Boom.
Thank you.
Boom. Let's go big here at the top. We're brought to you by mybookie.com/Drinkin Bros. The promo code is Drinkin Bros on there. Doubles your deposit. We housed them again this weekend on the Wilder Fury fights. You're welcome. And we're getting real goddamn close. About 2 weeks here until March Madness starts. And I'm fucking amped for that. Conference tournament's also starting week before. That's when the heavy betting is going to come in. So get ready for that. I want to start the show off with Joe Burrow, NFL Combine, back on their bullshit again. 9-inch hands. 9-inch hands for Burrows. Big deal, yes or no?
I don't understand the Combine in general. I don't understand anybody that's a projected first-round pick even showing up to that.
Yeah.
Like if that many years of playing in college, it's a minimum of 3 years unless you had an injury.
Mm-hmm.
how much more are you going to discover? Like if it's somebody that's been injured and they're on the comeback and you want to make sure that whatever the fuck, or if it's somebody who is changing a position or their position is played differently in the NFL, maybe. But Joe Burrows isn't going to play a different style of football in the NFL than he did. Like he was a pro-style quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? So why is he even – like he's not going to go to this.
Right? I agree. Look, Chase Young just said he's not doing it either. He'll do Ohio State's pro day. And the thing with the 9-inch hands for Burrow, and they were like, well, it could affect him in the cold weather. Motherfucker, he played in Ohio for 20 years.
Yeah.
He's fine. You have 1 million miles worth of game tape on him. What was it? Pat Mahomes sent him a tweet, said, hey, bro, I was measured at 9.5, 9 inches and a half hands. I think you'll be fine. I think all this shit is a little bit overblown. They were like, well, there hasn't been a quarterback drafted since Jared Goff with 9-inch hands. Who fucking cares? If you had baby hands, congratulations. But he's done fine throwing a football. He will continue to do so. This is a non-story to me.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And I don't fucking care. The other thing is, he held a press conference too, and I'm glad that he addressed the Cincinnati Bengals situation.
Yeah.
Of, hey man, I'm a ball player. I'll play wherever I'm supposed to go. That's what you should do as a goddamn professional. Somebody's backing up the truck and paying you a lot of money. You might not like the team you're going to, if it was a Miami, obviously, or a Cincinnati, but if you're great enough, you can turn a franchise around. It happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So you got some decent pieces in Cincinnati with Mixon.
Yeah.
AJ Green is still there. And they got a pretty decent tight end. That fucking Boyd kid is pretty goddamn good
Boyd?
too. No.
Tariq.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
I forget his fucking. I'm blanking on it right now. Anyways, you got him at wide receiver.
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd. They got some fucking great pieces there on offense, and if they can get him a line, he'll be decent. Joe Mixon has looked great. I'm sure he'll be fine, and he's going home. He's going to get to play in front of his friends and family. So you're good to go with that. Are they trying to drum up some interest for the draft? Sure. I like how Mel Kiper doesn't really ever play along with this shit. He's just like, nope, he's number one, and that's what's going to be. It's number one, and that's it.
He's not wrong very often. He's not wrong about the picks, about how they work out in the NFL. He's very frequently wrong.
Yeah. But his picks are often accurate. Number 2 is going to be Chase Young. There's no fucking way the Redskins are going to pass up on Chase Young.
I can't imagine they would.
No way. And there's no way you're going to trade out of that pick. He's a generational talent, for Christ's sakes. And the only reason he's not one is because Cincinnati needs a quarterback, and they just happen to pick a kid from Ohio.
Yeah.
Picks 3 and 4 is where it's going to get really interesting. I heard the Tua thing at 3 for Detroit. I hope they don't make that. We talked about that on last week's show.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand that that they might want to fucking get some insurance in case Stafford doesn't come back 100%. Because look, having cracked vertebra is not exactly the easiest thing to come back from.
No.
But even if that's the case, Tua is not the solution to that. Come on, man.
No, and Tua's not playing next year.
No.
So what are you doing?
He may not ever play a fucking single snap in the NFL.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And then breaking news: the New York Giants, have said at 4 they are open for business as far as trading that pick. I don't know why. The Giants need a lot. Maybe they want more picks, I guess. But if I would see how the board falls for them, because
maybe they want somebody that's going to be in next year's draft and they want to trade for that pick.
Maybe, but the only guys in next year's draft right now that you would want are the two big ones, obviously.
Lawrence,
fucking Lawrence and Fields, man. That is 1-2. Those are the two best quarterbacks coming out, man, and. You're still going to have to, at 1 and 2, you're still going to have to tank all your games, though, to get to 1 and 2. And with Barkley, I don't think he's keen on that. Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes looks like he might be a solution. I don't see him, not playing to win 5 or 6 games at least next year. So I don't know, man. Okuda's out there at 3. They're probably waiting to see how the board flips out there and see what happens. I'm also curious to see what happens with this Tom Brady thing, because that's going to help determine what the rest of this board is.
Yeah.
Breaking news from the Vikings. They said they're not moving on from Stephon Diggs. The Vikings have the pieces.
They do. I just don't think.
Kirk Cousins is the dude.
No, man. Like, he won that one game, and it was like, oh, this is proof that Kirk Cousins has turned the coin. No, it's not. It was a coincidence.
No.
Not a coincidence. It was a fluke.
No.
He's never been able to win big games.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, but I think it's smart to keep Diggs in that system. And
No, Diggs is great. He's 26 years old. He is going to get you 1,000 yards every single year.
Yeah. And Thielen's been hurt a lot the last couple of years, so we'll see. The Jets GM has said Le'Veon Bell is not being shopped, which I'm surprised by. I would.
I don't know what their move is to make the team better without shopping him. Like, the point of hanging on to a guy like that and paying his salary is if you're going to make the team better right now. Otherwise, trade him for picks or younger talent and rebuild.
Yeah.
Like, who's the quarterback in New York?
Sam Darnold.
And what is it that we're expecting out of him exactly?
I think he can be good. The problem is
he's a middle of the road guy, though.
Well,
like, they were 7-9 last year. With him playing at peak, they were probably at 9-7. So is that big of a fucking difference?
It depends, because there's no wide receivers, tight ends, or help on that team.
They have Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson, who's fine. He's a journeyman fucking player to me. Like, you know.
But he's good. He caught 52 passes for almost 800 yards there.
They don't have a tight end.
Like, they can't get him the ball.
They don't have tight ends. Yeah. They don't have a line. They don't have shit. Even fucking Le'Veon Bell couldn't break free last year. What do you have, 500 yards rushing? That was a massive bust.
He had 789 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And receiving, he had 66 receptions for only 461 yards. That's not a great year.
No. And I don't think it's Le'Veon Bell, man. Look, we watched him in person. We were at the game with Post Malone.
No, he's just like getting the defense keys in on just him.
He's getting killed.
Yeah,
he got fucking killed the entire game.
So when they say they're not shopping him, I think they're full of shit.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to play it cool, but I believe if I'm Le'Veon Bell, I'm like, hey, like, we tried it and you guys didn't come through on your side, so I need to get the fuck out of here now.
That's what I think. They're on the hook though for another $30 million over the next 2 years. So I think his contract might be too big to move. Also,
I don't know.
So maybe that's why they're saying.
I mean, he is a regardless of what you think about his personality and the things he's done over the past couple of years, he is a great running back. Not good. He is great.
Yes.
He's one of the top 5 running backs in the league.
Mm-hmm.
If you put him on a team that needs one, that has most of the other pieces, he is immediately going to make that team a contender.
Yep.
Not just because of his ability to run the ball, but his dynamic ability to catch the ball in the flat. His yards after the catches are some of the highest of any running back in the league. He is a very, very talented person. The fact that they are hanging on to him is just fucking ruining his career, to be honest.
Yeah.
One more year, this is going to fuck him over.
Look, he signed the deal. I think me personally, he just wanted the money.
Maybe. Yeah, you may be right.
That was it. He's already got a title, so fuck it at this point. We'll see what happens. But interesting moves around the NFL, and it's going to be a fun fucking draft. This is one of the deepest drafts I can remember coming up in Vegas. Outside
what
the
are the
Bellagio.
dates of the draft?
April. It's usually the third week in April.
Maybe we should go.
You know, I looked into it because we stayed in that room that is overlooking the thing. Everything is sold out. They're expecting 600,000 people to shut down. They're shutting down the Strip for the first time, and they're just going to let all this chaos go on. It'd be a fucking blast, but it's everything is sold out there.
Where's Kareem Hunt going to go? That's Richard Danoff is curious where Kareem Hunt is going to go.
You know, Richard, that's a great question. I know Richard is a Browns fan. He's a diehard Ohio State fan as well.
Yeah.
I watched most of the Browns games because I had at least either Jarvis Landry or Odell Beckham on my fantasy football team in almost every single league. And Jarvis Landry actually had a great year. Odell Beckham was fucking terrible. But when I watched Kareem Hunt play, he looked fucking fantastic. And I think that 1-2 combo with him and Chubb was awesome. Mm-hmm. And to me, they don't really have an issue except for Baker Mayfield. I would personally keep Kareem Hunt if he wants to stay, but the way he looks last year, he could also start for every team in the NFL.
Yeah.
And selfishly, I'd like to see him skate on down the road to the Falcons, and then the Falcons cut Devonta Freeman loose.
Well,
that's just me personally.
There's a lot of impact to this decision. So right now, the Browns today tendered him an offer. Depending on what it is, like how much money and all that bullshit will depend on how much in compensation a team will have to pay to sign him away because he's a restricted free agent.
Mm-hmm.
So if they offer him a shitload of money, some team is going to come up off a first-round pick, basically, to get him, more or less.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen because I don't think they can they can't afford it, first of all, and they can't afford for him to just say, all right, fuck it, I'll take the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he's going to go somewhere else. It's just a matter of who's going to have to pay what to get him.
Yeah, and look, man, I believe in second chances and all that other shit, and he came back, he played well, he kept his mouth shut, and he looked great. So he only improved his stock, and I believe it was just a one-year deal anyway with Cleveland. Mm-hmm. So he's fine to get out of there, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people after him this year. Because let's face it, whenever a scandal happens like that, they want one team to take a flyer, and then everybody else to be like, all right, cool. They went through the brunt of it. Great, now we'll get him. Same thing happened with Michael Vick, and he bounced around from Philly to Pittsburgh and all that other shit. So I think it's fine. Somebody else, Christopher Broman, is talking about Pat McAfee, about what he said about the Players Association and being against the 17 games. They're talking about adding an extra game to the schedule and then removing some of practices and some of the preseason. What are your thoughts on that?
There's value in the preseason as far as evaluating people that are coming back from injuries or guys that might not otherwise make the roster. Mm-hmm. But to make a game out of it, is that really like you can just have a fucking full contact practice and figure this shit out without and the stars won't play it because they don't want to get injured. So what is the point of this shit? I don't understand. Like the ratings have to be pretty bad. For me, it would be math. So how much more of the public's attention and direct rating and thus advertising money can I get from a real NFL football game versus 4 practice games that no one watches? Because I don't watch I'll watch 10 or 15 minutes of a preseason game.
Yep.
But for the most part, I rely on the replays just to see. Because there's one or two things.
Who's what? I use it for fantasy football. That's about it.
Yeah.
Because you and I typically already bet before preseason's already started, so it doesn't really do me much good.
Yeah.
And as far as the 17 games, I know Richard Sherman came out and said he's against it, and some of the players are also against it because of injuries, right? And then the risk of injuries and all that other stuff. I would say this: if I'm the CBA or the collective, the Players Association. Yeah. Bitching with the fucking CBA. I would say this. You want to go 17 games, fine. But guarantee our contracts, pay us more, and give us some incentive if we get hurt. Maybe lower the rules for how many years it takes to get a pension. Right now it's either, I think it's 9 seasons right now.
9 seasons, and the average NFL career is
3. So lower that, meet them halfway, and then start guaranteeing these salaries, man. This shit of franchising people and not guaranteeing a football salary, especially in a field that is, God damn it. I mean, these guys are getting hurt every fucking week.
Yeah.
This last season was the worst of it, I think, which is going to get even worse now if you're not playing preseason and you're adding a 17th game. As a fan, yes, I want to see 17 games. As a fantasy football player, yes, I want to see 17 games.
I just think they need to change the rules a little bit. Like in the NBA, for example, one of your players gets hurt and they miss the entire season. Through insurance, you can recoup about 70% of their salary.
Correct.
And a person on the IR doesn't count towards your cap, and there's all sorts of stuff going on there. If the NFL made accommodations like that, again, they would have to find a carrier that would fucking take that insurance deal, which probably I doubt they would pay out 70%, and if they did, the premiums would be way higher because there's a higher chance of injury. But you can find anybody to insure anything, technically speaking. And to be honest, if I was one of these companies like State Farm or Allstate or whatever, I would say, all right, we'll take your insurance, we'll fucking finance this, and that's our marketing spend. So in exchange for us paying, or you just put we're the official insurance of the NFL, and we'll give you a good deal on this insurance thing. The amount of, I don't know, political equity, I guess they could buy, that the league could buy towards the players union to get other shit that they wanted, like an extra game and all this other stuff, with a deal like that would be like, it would be huge for them to be able to do that. Yeah. And I don't understand why they don't do it after all the bad press they've got from Kaepernick and his dummies and the concussion situation. Goodell's never figured it out, like how to make your sport look good again.
No, I mean, he keeps stumbling into this success where, you take the case of baseball with Rob Manfred. He's the worst fucking commissioner there is. I think Adam Silver is the best commissioner in sports for NBA.
Oh, yeah, it's not even close.
Goodell keeps stumbling, and somehow they're succeeding. And it is America's pastime. We've moved on from baseball to football. I will never be pissed about a 17-game season. I'll give me more football for all of it. College, this, everything. College is a little different because you got to play for a title in the sense that, adding an extra game to somebody like an Ohio State or a Clemson or Alabama, it typically is a harder game or one more thing. Like in the NFL, you have more opportunities to make the playoffs because they're looking to expand from 7, so you're looking at 14 teams versus 4 in college football. But I will never say no to this. No. I would personally like to see the players' salaries guaranteed. Yeah. And I think that would be a step in the right direction, and then ease everybody's mind about it where, great, if you're worried about getting injured, now your contracts are guaranteed. So if you do, whatever, man. Like if a Le'Veon Bell blows out his fucking leg. Yeah. Or an Alex Smith or somebody like that. Then that $45 million that they signed is guaranteed, and congratulations. You can walk away with that and say, I got $45 million. Yeah, I got fucked up, but it's worth it.
The point of all this is people are going to watch football no matter what. And the XFL is proof of that. So they tried it before and it didn't work. I don't think the world was ready for it just yet. But right now, it's regardless of what you say about the level of competition, all this shit, it is working.
And it's on in the background. The ratings aren't the greatest, but they're okay. They're serviceable.
The ratings are pretty goddamn good. I mean, for what it is, off-season football. Mm-hmm. So Dallas at Seattle on Fox, 2 million viewers.
Right.
Houston at Tampa Bay on ABC, 1.9 million viewers. On ESPN New York at St. Louis, 1.5 million viewers. There hasn't been, I think only one college basketball game this whole season has done better ratings than the lowest XFL rating so far.
Yeah, look, and I get it, but it takes a little more money to put that on the air. It's okay. Well, I'd like to check back in at the end of those ratings at the end of the year, but in the meantime, try to work something out to guarantee these players a salary. 17 games would be a blast for us fans and fantasy football and all that other shit. I think the big thing that's the elephant in the room that no one has talked about, including McAfee and anybody else, is this: sports gambling. Sports gambling has fucking taken over, and it is a booming business.
Well, how much money is the NFL proper making off of that?
And I'm glad you asked that.
If nothing, then they should be. They're fucked up.
None right now, but they did just sign a deal with Caesars for 3 years. So they're going to be doing something with it and making money.
I mean, the easiest way for them to do it is to license the content to a couple of the bigger gambling places so they can use it for advertising.
I agree.
That'd be the easiest way to do it.
But they want a cut of that. So I think eventually they will have their own app that you can probably gamble off of in the future.
I don't know about that.
The NFL?
I don't think they could do that. There would be too many.
The deal with Caesars is for that. So it'll be Caesars app, and then what they're getting in return has not been stated yet. But my imagination is drifting towards that.
Maybe.
By the way, same with Barstool. A bunch of people have tagged us in this Barstool thing about Barstool selling for, what was it, $36 million?
$136
million. That's right. So now their company is valued for, and that was for 36%. That's what it was. Now their company valuation is $450 million. A gambling site bought them out. It's Penn that bought them out, and it would be great if something like that happened to us in the future, is all I will say. But I think the bigger play over that isn't so much Penn, is I think once gambling, you can just do it on your phone in every single state, and they're very, very close on this. All 50 states have been regulated through the Supreme Court. I think Barstool is going to have their own app for gambling. That'll go in through Penn's back-end system, and then you can gamble through Barstool and do all that other shit. I would love to see that happen for Drinkin Bros. And I think that we have our own app and you can gamble through that with us or against us and all that shit, and you can see our heads of who we bet on every single day. I think that's kind of where the future is headed in that, and I think the 17 games is solely geared towards that. And not only the television ratings and grabbing an extra game, but for gambling purposes of the NFL, of like, great, now you have one more game to bet on that means something, because you and I, man, we pick games every single week.
Yeah.
There is games where we're like, man, this is so shitty, I will not bet on this. However, privately at home, you and I end up betting on these fucking games. Like the Pittsburgh-Miami game on the Monday night. Yeah. Craig Zaleski was part of that too. Shit, man. I bet all the money on I took the last week of the season. I took the fucking Dolphins versus the Patriots or whatever it was. And everybody was like, you're out of your goddamn mind. I thought the points are too high. We all do it. And we do it just to do it. And with the 17th week, man, that's a lot more money for the NFL.
It is, and I wonder what the impact on fantasy football would be as well.
Woo!
I mean, would it be like a 3-week championship, or how do you just add a week?
It'd be great, because then you could add more playoff teams.
Yeah.
It's a win-win all the way around, as long as you can figure out the player's contract. So we'll see. Our next sponsor is ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 25% off everything in the motherfucking store. Go get yourself a mattress, some pillows or sheets, or an adjustable base if you've not already. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. As always, their 36-month pay-as-you-go program is still applicable with that. So once you fucking get your 25% off everything you need in the store, boom, you can just go right in there, dial it up, and then you can walk away with like $20 a month from that shit. It's amazing. Oh, it's amazing. Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Do it, live it, learn it, get on it. I want to talk about the Astros opening up spring training this week. Jose Altuve was hit on the first pitch, and all the fans were booing the Astros. The wildest thing is that I caught a part of that game. The stands were half empty. Imagine what that's going to be like.
It's the first week of spring training. So
but imagine what that is going to be like when they start touring around.
Well, I mean, they were confiscating people's signs before the game.
Were they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it's going to get bad.
There were signs like it's Houston Astros, but the A in Astros is an asterisk, or it's just Houston and then an asterisk. You're going to see that all year. Like, you're not going to be able to stop it on the road, that's for sure. And if you're a team that's particularly in the AL Central, or if they're the Yankees, who have been beaten by them a couple times, they're going to let their fans run wild. Like, we have a group of fans called the Bronx Blue.
Yes.
That are all Well, I don't think
we party with those.
I don't think Brian Kopolsky isn't he like a fucking Cleveland? Isn't he from Cleveland or some shit? I don't remember. But anyways, anyways, they go to all the fucking Yankees games. I guarantee you they're going to be raising hell there.
I would. Yeah. I would. And they still haven't done anything about this, but this is going to be a long season for the Astros, their fans, and that thing. I don't know how you shake this, and I think they're going to get fucking religiously hit over.
I think you just got to lean into it.
Literally. Yeah.
Do you like that?
It is. Dude, I love puns.
I hate them, but I don't know what other option there is. Like, you can't. The only way to diffuse something like this is to start fucking with people. Like, like if Altuve hits a home run and he runs across home plate holding a shirt again like that. Yeah. It'd be funny.
It would be fucking hilarious.
I mean, you're not going to get people to stop talking about it, so what you want to do is do outrageous shit to control the narrative. So instead, it's like magician's patter, basically. You just like keep doing weird shit, make it about something else. Yeah. My bookie's got a lot of prop bets on here. I want to pull them up right quick and we can discuss them.
Yeah, pull them up and I'll let the audience know at home. You and I always do a Major League Baseball preview show and that'll be coming up here in about 3 weeks. So we'll give us your faves, our faves, and then who we think's going to win. The only question I have though is if the Astros make a fucking run and make it to the playoffs, because they clearly have the fucking talent to, then what? I mean, that's going to be a mess. Just a goddamn mess.
Where is it?
So
here we go.
We'll see. Because I look, out of that, it's the West. I mean, fuck. You have the A's, you have the Angels, you have the Astros, and then you have Seattle out there. Like, I don't see any of those teams. Maybe the Angels making a challenge towards them with Rendon. But yeah.
Let's see. So there's a prop bet on which Astro will get hit the most times.
My money. So before you say it, I'm going to say my money would be Altuve.
He's plus 300. Bregman is plus 100.
Oh shit. Okay.
And Springer 225 and Correa is 400, and then the field.
Correa, I would put it too. That motherfucker's been an asshole throughout this whole debacle.
The field, which is anybody else on the Astros, is plus 350. And then there's how many Astros players will charge the mound in 2020. The over-under is 1.5. And the over is plus 275.
Oh, I'll take that over all day long. 1.5?
I mean, that means if two people do it.
Yeah, you win. I'm taking that over for sure. They'll charge the fucking mound.
And then there's will the Houston Astros get caught stealing signs? It's plus 3,000 for yes. So that's not. They don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either. Everybody's on fucking full alert now. But that the over-under of them charging the amount of 1.5, I would definitely take that in a fucking second. As a matter of fact, I will once we get off the air.
To me, this is the most interesting one. Where they finish in the AL West. So first place is currently minus 275.
Yeah.
Second place is plus 250. I'm going to take second place.
Who do you think is going ahead of them this year? The Angels?
Yeah, I think the Angels will win that division. And the reason isn't about talent. Like, the Angels have improved their team this offseason significantly by adding Rendon. And they got Ohtani coming back.
Yeah, they got Ohtani's back. Yeah.
So they're going to be a better team this year than they have been. But I think just the pressure and the constant bullshit that the Astros are going to have to go through is going to fucking the dog days of summer, as they call them. Mm-hmm. That phrase originated from baseball because it's like playing 162.
It's hot.
162 is a lot of games to play.
Real hot.
And Houston's a hot city.
We do have a dome now.
Doesn't matter. I mean, you're still walking around in that shit all day. But it's I don't think they'll finish first. And that's an easy bet. I mean, you can bet $100 on that one and just see what happens.
Yeah, Franco Melendez wrote in and just said, "Man, I'll be rooting for the Astros just to see the chaos." I think a lot of people are.
I want them to be in the playoffs for that reason.
Yeah, so do I.
To be honest,
so do I.
I really do.
I'm with you on that one, man. It's one of those things where you want to see the fucking circus animals, dude. I want to see them on stage. I want to fucking throw peanuts at them. I wonder how the crowds are going to treat them. I wonder how the Yankees are going to treat them. Imagine them in Yankee Stadium.
Again, they're playing 81 road games this year, just like every other year. How many of those games are they just going to get torched by the fans?
Whew.
Probably every single one.
All 81.
And what's that going to look like for them? Like, that fucks with your morale.
I don't know, but I will say this: their hire of Dusty Baker was a smart one because it's a 1-year deal. Hey, man, I guess they're trying to say just weather this storm.
Yeah.
With Dusty Baker, we'll get you through. He's respectable enough that nobody's going to bitch, and that'll be that. So we'll see. But
Dusty Baker is basically Mike Pence.
Exactly.
Like, it's just like stand there and be Christian.
Yeah. So
Trump keeps doing weird shit. So just stand there, be Christian, and Republicans will vote for him.
We'll see how this shakes out. But Dusty was your best pick.
Yeah.
That was your best bet to get through this shit. But it'll be fun to watch. I can tell you that, man. I can't wait to watch the Astros this year because of this, especially the first game. I hope it's televised. I'm sure it will be.
Do you remember that? God, what? Hold on. I think it was 93.
Who was it?
Tuffy Rhodes. It's a left-handed batter. I think. It was 93. He had 3 home runs on the opening day of 1993.
I don't remember. was a child, but yeah.
We were both children then.
Yeah.
But I remember because I'm an actual baseball fan.
Sure. Look, I'm a gigantic baseball
Not
fan.
like me.
No, yeah.
Anyways, the point of that is there have been a lot of crazy things that have happened on opening days. But who do the Astros play on opening day? That's a good question, too.
I hope it's the Yankees. I haven't looked
There's
at
no way it's the Yankees.
It would be the best if it was. Put on Sunday Night Baseball and just bombs away on that shit.
They're at Oakland for their. Oh no, that's the second. Why is it starting with the second half? Get fucked. They're at home versus the Angels.
Well, at least it's a home game for them.
March 26th. Yeah, I think. I don't know if anybody on the Angels has a specific gripe with them necessarily because the Angels haven't made the playoffs since Mike Scioscia was there.
I went. I saw them in the World Series. So
what was it, 90 or 2003?
Yeah. It was the Giants. They were playing against Bonds. The game I went to, Bonds went yard into the parking lot first at bat, too. I think it was game 1 of the World Series. By the way, breaking news for New York Yankees fans. They've shut down starter Luis Severino for Tommy John surgery. So, God damn it, man. All the Yankees need is pitching.
Well, he missed all last year, too.
He did, but it's like, man, I know they got Garrett Cole, but they need pitching. That is it. I wonder if CC Sabathia just comes out of retirement one more time now.
No, he's CC Sabathia basically was like FDR in his last term last year.
Yeah.
Like they just propped his ass up.
Oh, dude, it was hard to watch.
His knees are fucked. His back is fucked. He's going to be like you. I don't know if you saw the last Lakers game or the Kobe Bryant Memorial, but
I did.
Bill Russell is 6,000 years old.
Yes.
And they have him on a dolly and they just wheel him out somewhere and just prop his ass up.
For all of the major NBA events. Since you brought it up, we'll talk about it. So I watched that Kobe Memorial yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm a gigantic Kobe fan, and this has dragged on enough where I want closure. Mm-hmm. Yesterday was the final send-off, and that'll be it, obviously. So I felt like there was closure at that yesterday. They brought out all the heavy hitters. Shaq's speech was great. Michael Jordan's speech was great. When he brought up the crying Jordan meme, I laughed for 1,000 years.
That was pretty funny, yeah.
Everyone's thinking it, as soon as he started crying up there. To address it and go at it was pretty fucking funny. Mm-hmm. Jordan looks great, by the way.
He looks better than he did he looks better than he did in that 30 for 30 he did.
Yeah.
Now,
and
I don't know what happened.
I know what happened. So he did that piece for Sports Illustrated when he turned 50, and it was basically just about how depressed he was that he wasn't Michael Jordan anymore.
Right.
That he was relegated to watching fucking every NBA game stacked on top of TVs, drinking every day, smoking cigars every day, all that other shit. And he looked terrible. I don't know if the Kobe thing made him snap out of it or what happened, but
I think it's been too little time for him to have made that kind of improvement.
I don't know.
Physically,
he's such a great athlete. You wonder, right? Maybe. How do these guys just turn it around in 3 weeks? Because it's been about 3-4 weeks since that. So I don't know. Whatever he's doing, one, he looks fantastic. Two, he was very well spoken. I enjoyed all of it. The only thing I didn't enjoy, Beyonce was great. Fucking Christina Aguilera was lights out, and so was Alicia Keys.
I didn't watch it.
It was amazing.
I didn't watch any of the musical shit. I only watched some of the speeches afterwards.
It was just his favorite tunes, essentially, and it was amazing across the board. You want to talk about a fucking baller alert moment, dude? When because Vanessa Bryant was great too. When she said that their favorite movie was The Notebook, and Kobe went out and bought the exact dress from the rain scene on the dock.
That seems like
and
some
the
shit
Notebook.
I would do.
Yeah, that's fucking baller shit, dude. That's amazing. But the one thing that felt out of place to me, which I couldn't figure out, is so LeBron didn't speak. It looked like he wasn't there. I saw him on another camera angle where he showed up, but he was in a baggy sweatshirt, sunglasses. It looked like he had just got out of a fucking tanning booth. Mm-hmm. And everybody else was dressed up. It was all the top players in the world. Steph Curry was there. Draymond Green was there. Jordan was there, obviously. all the heavy hitters were there. And then LeBron shows up in like slides, socks, and a fucking oversized sweatshirt and sunglasses, and he didn't speak. I don't know what his fucking deal is, man. I can never figure it out. And it makes me sad that people were wondering and talking about LeBron afterwards.
They were wondering
I guess
if he was even there or not.
Yeah. And he was. I saw him there.
Yeah.
But and this is what I hate about LeBron. It is always about him.
It has to be, right? Like you can't it's either he overestimates his impact on that situation. Like, you're LeBron. Yeah, I got it. You're LeBron. But Michael Jordan's in that room.
Yeah, Magic Johnson's in that room.
Magic Johnson.
Everybody's in that room.
But you are the unquestionable leader of the Lakers right now, and the fact that you didn't get on stage.
And maybe the league.
Probably the league. I mean,
Steph Curry's out. He's had a broken arm. Like,
for this year, at least, yeah. I mean,
you're playing for the Lakers, the premier franchise.
Yeah, but you're unquestionably the leader of the Lakers, which is the only place that Kobe Bryant ever played. And you didn't have the fucking I don't know, to me it's a respect thing. You should have prepared something and gotten on stage and talked about what that guy meant to you, in my opinion. And he didn't do that. Whether he either overestimated himself and like, well, I don't want to draw attention away, which is a hubris in its own right, or I don't know what else, or he was scared. He didn't want to cry in front of people or something. I don't know. But if Michael Jordan can get up there and weep openly in front of people, I'm pretty sure you can do it too.
And his wife.
Yeah.
So it didn't make any sense to me. I personally hate LeBron, so it didn't matter to me. I was tired of hearing about it afterwards that he wasn't there or didn't participate or whatever it is. Who the fuck knows with that guy? I've stopped guessing over the years.
No one ever knows. With him.
I've stopped guessing over the years. What I want is him out of the league. Like, I'm ready for LeBron to that era to be over with, and people to stop caring.
The only problem with that is that for the next 10 years, people are going to be talking about how Zion compares to LeBron. But at least we won't have to hear LeBron talking anymore. My sincerest fear is that when Kenny and Shaq and Charles all age out of TNT's broadcast team, LeBron somehow becomes involved. That's the thing I fear the most, because that will ruin basketball for me. I won't be able to watch it if he's talking.
Well, you know who it's going to be then, right? It'll be LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. It'll be his little buddies on the banana boat.
I don't know about Carmelo.
His banana boat buddies.
Carmelo Anthony is the most boring human being on this planet.
That's what I think.
And so is Dwayne Wade, by the way.
Well, look, Dwayne Wade was leading the All-Star games. Like, he did all of those.
Did you listen to it, though?
I did.
It was terrible.
I agree.
He's like the Joe Buck of basketball now.
It's terrible.
Just shut the fuck up, dude.
It's terrible. But look, Jeff Van Gundy's had a job for fucking
Jeff Van Gundy is
years.
great on the broadcast.
I cannot stand him.
I know, but he's great on the broadcast. I would punch him in the face if I saw him, probably. Yeah. Stan's a better guy, obviously.
They're both pieces of shit.
Yeah, but Stan is a more tolerable human being than Jeff. Jeff is like exactly what you think he is. He is a smarmy fucking just a cunt kind of.
Yeah.
But it's fine on the air.
Yeah.
He talks shit and he knows the game very well. And he's not boring. That's the most important part. Like, if you we saw what Dwayne Wade can do. He is boring as shit.
Give me Bill Walton and let's fucking party.
Bill Walton is good for college now. I can't listen to him when he does NBA games.
He doesn't do NBA anymore.
He's done a couple, but he's
off the rails.
Like,
now.
just relax, dude.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that. My favorite back in the day was honestly it was Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr was great. He was great.
And that's never going to happen again because he won't go back to broadcast once he's done with the Warriors.
No.
But, I like Steve Kerr. I don't know where basketball is going to go next. Although I don't think the Ernie, Shaq, Charles, and Kenny team is going to break up anytime soon either.
No.
They've been going for a while, and that's a pretty successful team.
They get paid very, very handsomely.
Yeah, and also...
And Shaq, because Shaq is on that team now, too.
Yeah.
They get paid very, very handsomely.
Shaq, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet, and Ernie Johnson. They're not going to go anywhere.
I'd say you could probably squeeze about 10 more years out of that.
And now, I guess, what's his name? Who's on the broadcast with Jeff Van Gundy now? Weber? Chris Webber.
Chris Webber, yeah.
Chris Webber.
Chris Webber's terrible.
Chris Webber's like always looking for that killer one-liner.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they always go to him right before a break, but he's he just makes some dumb comment or pun or some shit at the end. Like, come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Just post up.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's I still like him though. I think Chris Webber's a good
In
dude.
real life, he's a really good dude. We shot something. We shot a commercial with him for the production company.
Yeah.
Great fucking guy. I don't have a bad word.
I've
to
never
say about
heard
him,
anything bad about Chris
but-
Webber
No,
before.
I don't have anything bad to say about him other than taking money from Michigan and burning that program to the
Gives
ground.
a shit.
Which I'm grateful for that.
Every college athlete should be getting paid money.
Yeah. But the one they bag on a lot is Reggie Miller, and I don't mind Reggie Miller that much. I think he's all right. Next up, sponsor-wise, we've got boxofawesome.com. D'Anthony, we get a lot of cool shit there. We don't get butt plugs from them.
No, I mean they should probably
We
slide
get a
something.
lot of cool shit from them, and I'm fucking amped about it. They are back. They are here all year. I just got a hatchet from them, dude. A fucking full-on hatchet from boxofawesome.com. All you do, you're a dude in this life. You want some cool shit, take a little 5-question quiz. They decide who you are, and then boom. They mail you a fucking personally packaged box once a month of just the coolest shit on the planet. Sometimes you get fucking cooking knives. Sometimes you'll get a little drinky there. I got a fucking hatchet. They got knives. They got fucking whiskey decanters.
It's just dude shit.
Yeah, but it's really well made.
Yeah.
And it looks super expensive. It's $45 a month. Use the promo code Drinkin Bros for 20% off your first box at boxofawesome.com, and I'm amped about it. Let's take some questions from the listeners, shall we? Let's fire away here. Appreciate all the birthday love here. Bryce Crispies, happy birthday. Says looking good for 30 years old. You're right. I'm 28, I think, but I appreciate it.
You're well into your 50s at this point.
I appreciate it. I'd prefer, Christopher Broman says, I'd prefer the gift of you to both come to the Iowa State game. Look, we are going to the Field of Dreams game in Iowa. Tickets are not on sale. So a bunch of you have asked, of like, hey, man, can I come hang with you guys and party? Tickets are not on sale yet. The MLB will be releasing them soon. I think it's either end of March or beginning of April, and we'll get into it. 8,000 seats, Dan's what it's going to be. And I can confirm this, I think. I think I can stand firm in this. We're going to get Ray Kinsella's father on the show. We're going to have a catch with
he was
with our
Jesse's
dad.
acting coach.
He was Jesse's acting coach, and her brother is now having a child with someone in that family, so the families are connected. We can get him on the show and it'd be awesome if we got video of us having a catch with him out at the Field of Dreams. That would be the fucking end all be all, dude. That would be the best. And I think we were able to pull that off. And I know he's going. And I know Costner is going.
I mean, honestly, we could probably get Ray Liotta.
I'd like to get Ray Liotta or Costner as well. I'd like to get the whole fucking
I would rather
crew.
have Ray Liotta than Costner, not because of their prestige. I think Costner is clearly the better actor.
Than Ray Liotta?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
I got Liotta in that matchup, my man.
Based on what body of work? Goodfellas and what else? Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Dude, you know
What was the last good thing Ray Liotta was in?
You know when he was one of my favorites in, do you remember that Black Sox movie that they made?
Oh, yeah, 8 Men Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Damn it, he's good.
He was good in it, but he was too smart to play that role. Joe Jackson was a hayseed farmer. His whole defense against cheating in baseball was that one, he had a good series, and he did. He had like 370 in that series, and no errors and blah blah blah. But the other part was that he was retarded and couldn't even read the paper that they handed him that he put his X on. So they should have gotten someone that's really stupid to play that role, like, I don't know, Randy Quaid maybe. But that's,
Well, who played him in? 8 Men Out. I'm sorry, it was played by D.B. Sweeney in that movie.
Who did?
That's who played Joe Jackson.
Who did Ray Liotta play?
I forget, man. But it was D.B. Sweeney, and D.B. Sweeney did great in that movie.
Oh, it was D.B. Sweeney. Yeah, I love D.B. Sweeney.
Yeah,
You're right.
he was great as Joe Jackson. I forget who Ray Liotta played, but I mean, look, you take that movie or that TV show with Jennifer Lopez, like Ray Liotta's just Ray Liotta, man. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but he's the same in every fucking thing.
So is Costner, dude. He can't do accents either.
Yeah, but Costner, all you have to do is put him in the right role, and he's great. Like Yellowstone is the best he's ever been at anything in his life.
Yeah.
The only problem with Yellowstone so far is
I'm about to get into it, by the way.
we haven't seen his dick yet.
Well, you hold out hope because it's been cut out of 8 movies.
I don't think it's going to happen, honestly. And
we'll see.
I might stop watching
if you don't see his
if
dick
I don't
soon.
see his dick soon. I think maybe we should look into kidnapping him, just grabbing a
I'm
quick.
down. I know where he hangs out in L.A.
Well, let's get him. I'll be there next week, so I'll kidnap Kevin Costner and take a selfie with his dick next to me.
Yeah.
Like I'll do it on like a boomerang.
Oof.
I'll start here and then pan up to his face and then back down.
Be great.
Yeah.
Clubber Lang, Fury beat the brakes off of Wilder. Should have been stopped earlier. So his corner stopped the fight, and they threw in the towel. And Wilder bitched that he should have gone on and blah, 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 blah. I don't think so. I think that was the right stoppage for it, to be honest with you.
I didn't know,
He was
like,
getting rocked.
his
That saved him, in my opinion. That was a smart move by the trainer.
that knockdown where he got him in the side of the head.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I can't tell. I mean, honestly, that's the only reason I give any credence to Wilder's claim that his legs were jelly, because he hit him really hard, yeah, but his legs came completely out from under him. So there's two possibilities. One,
he got hit in the ear, and that knocks off your equilibrium.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But his legs immediately came up off the ground, and it wasn't like a normal knockdown where your knees buckle and you hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He went sideways and his fucking whole body hit the ground. It's like a dog jumping and then hitting the ground.
It was as if he had vertigo, man.
So I didn't know if he completely lost his legs or if Fury hit him that hard.
So when he got to the corner, there was blood coming out of his ear, and that's never a good thing.
No.
So there was speculation that he had busted an eardrum with that shot. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I know Wilder went to the hospital and was treated, but he didn't say what he had or didn't have. So
AIDS.
Could have AIDS. Probably has AIDS.
Speaking of AIDS and Yellowstone, my lady friend is a super big fan of Cole Hauser's character in that show.
Oh.
And you do
Arrested for what, babe? Huh? For being awesome? For being fucking awesome, babe?
Cole Hauser's one of my favorites. He's in Yellowstone?
He's probably... It's close.
I'm all in now.
It's
Cole
close.
Hauser's
It's
in it.
close, but he might be the best character in that whole show.
Ooh, I love Cole Hauser.
It's the best acting of his career.
Cole Hauser's always great too.
He's
Cole
he is an excellent actor. He's kind of a pussy in real life, but his character on the show is like, it's the baddest assed character he's ever. Even in Pitch Black, it's badder than that.
So
it's
you'll love him because he gets fucking high all the time.
Oh yeah,
So
I know.
you and Cole Hauser would rage together.
Well, maybe
I think so.
we'll
I
see.
think so.
Arrested for what? For what, babe? For being
Where's
awesome?
isn't he Canadian or some shit?
No, I forget where he's from. I know Clean did a movie with him, and then we met him out for drinks one night. And as soon as he started talking, that's when I learned the accent.
Oh, he's from Santa Barbara.
AJ Cook or A Cook, MI, maybe Michigan. Just a friendly reminder that spirit cooking is real. I don't know what that is.
Wait, what is he? What?
That spirit cooking is real.
Spirit cooking?
Spirit cooking
Hold on.
is real, and Pizzagate is real, and the cover-up is deep. Pizzagate thing, yes. Fucking Alex Jones uncovered that, and it ended up being Epstein, who didn't kill himself. He didn't kill himself. Ruben Schneider said, yes, we did send the shirt as well. Thank you, Ruben Schneider. Thank you, Craig Dulesky and Reed White for the numerous gifts. The butt plugs, the cutout frontal underpants.
That's funny.
And the fuck toy shirt and the rubber doll.
Richard Danoff says that there were over 80,000 people in the seats for one of those XFL games.
Really? You know, it's funny. So I saw a post from Bill Burr and Bert Kreischer, and they were at an XFL game this weekend.
Today's the day.
It looked packed.
With social media being what it is, that type of environment where there's immediate fucking interviews and all that shit, that's basically like an organic content creation device, the XFL is going to be fucking huge. And somebody down the list, I don't remember who it was, but they said if you put any NFL team up against any XFL team, the NFL team would beat the shit out of them. Like, yeah, of course they would. But if you put any Major League team against a AAA team, they would beat the shit out of them too. It's not supposed to be a comparable league. It's supposed to be football. Like more football. They're going to have different rules. They're going to test a lot of shit. And I guarantee you over the next 5 years, you're going to see stuff that originated in the XFL make its way to the NFL.
Yeah, one of the smart things I thought they did was the kickoffs.
Yeah.
How they line up the teams on the 25, and then you still have a kick return. However, you don't have 50 yards to go darting at the guy and knock his fucking head off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They will probably steal that rule from the XFL.
There's a very large amount. One of the reasons the NFL has been looking at changing the kickoff and stuff like that is because a very large amount of the injuries that happen in special teams play, and they're trying to limit that.
I think the XFL has solved that on the kickoff rule, and
Maybe.
I like it. It's exciting still. Dan Aguilera, and in relation to Xtina Aguilera, Ross, how do you feel about the sexy ladies of ASU? The men's basketball team is at the top of the conference right now. I feel great about it. My only wish is that they will go to the Final Four in Atlanta so we can see the ladies of Arizona State at the Final Four in person.
Basketball is the only sport where the Pac-12 matters.
And they have a chance.
Yeah.
They have no chance.
Because they've won, like Arizona won in, what was it, 97?
Yeah, dude, Arizona used to win all the time. You know what? And Arizona still is a decent fucking team in basketball. So you got a great coach. He pays off their players, but
whatever, who cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit about that? But Arizona's always good. Look, UCLA can make a run here and there. USC, and Oregon, you know.
My niece just got accepted to USC, by the way.
Congratulations. That's a fucking hard school, by the way, to get into.
She's very smart.
Is she from South Carolina, too?
Yeah. So it's going to be out-of-state tuition, which is like $40K a year.
90, yeah. She better get a fucking ride of some sort.
I'm sure she did. She's like me.
Fun school.
She's actually smarter than I am. She's spent one summer teaching herself calculus, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Not too worried about that kid.
Yeah.
See about the other one. See
when you go out to LA, is she coming with you to see the school?
No.
Okay.
She's already been out there, I think.
Gotcha. It's in Compton is the only drawback to that.
Compton's not going to be Compton. Well, it's not even. It's Compton's not even Compton.
They're gentrifying
now.
all of it.
Compton's not even Compton now.
It's funny you say that. They're gentrifying all of it. They ripped out Hollywood Park in Inglewood too, for the new stadium.
Well, they put a fucking fence around Inglewood 10 years ago or some shit. Now they have to open it back up.
Now it's open up for the city. See, you're right.
Nobody ever talks about that liberal ass California and LA. They built like a fucking brick fence around Inglewood.
Yep. Yeah.
Right next to LAX.
And it was bad.
Yeah.
Dan Aguilera again. Steve Keim from the Cardinals says they are also open and trading the 8th pick. I think they go after a wide receiver. Yeesh. They need so much help, man.
Wait, who's going after a wide receiver?
Dan thinks that the Cardinals will be. I can tell you, Jerry Jeudy will be on the board probably, and CeeDee Lamb.
You know what the Cardinals need to do is build a time machine and go back to last year and take
Kurt Warner.
No.
And take fucking Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Look,
the Cardinals need a lot. They can start by trading David Johnson. I can tell you that. David Johnson is great, can be great.
He's old as shit.
He's not. He's young, actually. And
David Johnson, is he like 29?
I would say he's probably 26 or 7.
He's 28.
Okay. So I would say this, man. Get rid of David Johnson and start there. I think because he's saying they're going to resign Kenyon Drake. I don't believe they are. I think they're going to let him go. But there's plenty of talent in the draft at running back, so you're fine. Get David Johnson's salary out of there. Where is Kareem Hunt going? Look, man, Kareem Hunt has got a ton of options and will. We'll see how this all shakes out at the draft here and where everybody goes, but selfishly, I'd like to see him in Atlanta.
Ruben Schneider's right. Pac-12 baseball is actually pretty good. You're right about that.
It is, yes.
But all of California produces a lot of great baseball programs, like Cal State Fullerton, for example, has for years been very good, and that's a tiny ass school out there.
Yeah.
Even Cal Poly has had some pretty good sports teams in the past, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like baseball wise, but not football.
Not football.
The Pac-12 for football is not a real thing.
Mike Hando, anyone know a good HR manager in New Jersey? I have one that is not very good. You've contacted the wrong people about HR. If we had one here,
we would have both been fired
years and years and years ago. So no, definitely not. Let's see here. Who else? Pete Sales, I think there should be a relegation. Top 2 or 3 XFL teams go to the NFL, and the bottom 2 or 3 NFL teams go to the XFL at the end of the season.
You'd have to test that out first. Like the XFL doesn't have enough talent in it right now, but I think 10, 15 years from now, that's an absolute possibility.
That would be a blast. That's what they do in European soccer.
In some of the leagues, yeah. Like there's the English the English league.
Yeah.
That is basically like a AAA, and then there's the Premier League, which is the standard. And the top 3 teams, or the bottom 3 teams, drop out every year. Relegation is what it's called.
Stephen Hawkins just said, I just want enough NFL teams for 11 months of football every year. I think everybody wants that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No.
It's too rough on your fucking body.
There's no way. But it would be fun. He wrote back, and he goes, I do say Christina Aguilera's last name right. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome for my fucking brilliance on that. Christopher Brahman, bring David Montgomery to Miami from Chicago. Dude is amazing with yards after contact. I agree. Look, the Bears to me are just missing one piece. They're missing a Brady. I think if they get Brady, they do well, and I think same with the 49ers. But they're bringing back Trubisky for 2020. They've already said it. So
Trubisky's a piece of shit.
You're not going to do anything with that, man.
No. Jacob Nickel, who was, I believe, on the cruise, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He says Kevin Costner kidnapped James Earl Jones, so I think he'd understand. I agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
That's sound logic. I always apply the personalities of actors. I apply the personalities of the characters they play to them. Right?
Yeah.
So
James Earl Jones, he fucking kidnaps him.
Yeah. He pretended his finger was a gun. So it's like, come on, man.
Still a great movie.
Terrence Mann.
Yeah, I'm amped about it. Still a great movie. Dan, fun show. We got a lot of fun shit coming up here, man. March Madness is coming. I can say this. We bought the signed Dennis Rodman autographed jersey. Mm-hmm. That will be available. Whoever wins the free Drinkin Bros Sports March Madness brackets will win a signed jersey from Dennis Rodman. Last year's was Christian Laettner, and a guy who had never played won it. So it could happen to you. All you have to do is go to Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook, sign up for the private Facebook group. Only one rule, don't be a cunt. You can enter the competition and have a shot to win a signed jersey by the Worm himself.
Yeah, and if you happen to find yourself in North Korea, you can use that jersey to get out.
Correct.
So
they will take that as currency to get out of the country. Plus, you get to go against D'Anthony and I in March Madness brackets for free. So
you and I thing. Like the odds of either of us winning. You can't. One of the things about winning the March Madness tournament, I think it's just all random. Like
I've never won. I've been playing March Madness. For
you'll never win.
20 years.
If you know too much about it, because you start making logical decisions, and there's nothing logical about it. So I don't think anybody. I would like to see some research on this, but I don't think anybody that has a good knowledge of college basketball can actually win.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible.
So look, everybody's got a shot, and it's for free. Also, the Sarah Williams Trophy will be here at the end.
Oh,
of
the Sarah Williams biggest piece of shit fan in the universe.
Yes.
What's it called? Worst fan ever.
Worst fan ever. That trophy will be here at the end of the week, and it is engraved. So we're currently on our third season. Mm-hmm. We have 3 people. I want to say who those 3 people are, because underneath them on the trophy, I had them engrave which fan base they were from. So the first one was Steven Edward, who got thrown out. He was a Michigan fan.
Yeah, he wouldn't shut the fuck up about Michigan.
Wouldn't shut the fuck up about Michigan, how goddamn awful they are. He thought they were great, and then he didn't pay up on bets. People threw him out. Kaylin Cathrone, or Cothran. Every time I'll fuck that up. He was the 2019 one for Notre Dame. And here's why I bring this up. You can redeem yourself. Kaylin totally redeemed himself. And was just like, hey, man, I'm a fucking homer through and through, and he totally redeemed himself. Ryan Rhodes, you can redeem yourself. Sarah Williams, you can redeem yourself.
Never. I've never seen anyone go as hard as her before without even knowing what the fuck's going on.
She tried to call through Facebook. In what world is that a thing that you think that I would allow?
Yeah.
Or would go through? Like I have that fucking feature turned off.
People have tried to do that to me before, like call me through Instagram and Facebook and shit. I'm like, no,
dude. I don't have that feature turned on.
Even
Nobody
if like if you have my phone number and you try to call me without texting first, I'm hanging that shit up.
Yeah.
There's only there are 3 people that I will answer the phone for if they call me, no matter what time of day it is.
Yep.
And you're not one of them, I promise you.
No. Ethan Ward, you were on that list for a little bit, by the way, of the fan for Georgia that year. That Georgia, remember the one year Georgia got hot and lost to Bama in OT?
Yeah.
He was that Georgia fan who was like, we're the greatest one time.
I should have put you on there for saying that Georgia was going to beat LSU.
Look, man, the LSU fans still hate me for that. We had a fucking unbelievable season, but continued on to the Super Bowl and that Tyson Fury fight. But shit, man, I'll never be let off. That was a 13-point spread in that fucking game. It's crazy anyway. Still, that Georgia was that bad, but they were. Georgia was that bad last season. It's hard to believe, but it's true. And I don't know what they're going to do without a fucking quarterback this year. But it's fun. It's exciting. Conference championships are up next week. We get the fucking debate tonight. Jesus Christ. And if you go to mybookie.com, by the way, you can bet on the debates. You can bet on the candidates. You can bet on who's going to win. You can bet on Trump. You can bet on anything on mybookie.com. Use the promo code Drinkin Bros to double your deposit. For D'Anthony Holloway, I am Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin Bros Sports Companion Show. Good night, everyone.
Bye.